So today I got a collection for you. This is a collection I've been working on over the last year. I started with this one here. In fact, it was one of the first guns I bought as I started getting into the firearm thing a little more. And this is a Remington 597, which is a 22 long rifle. And what I'm showing off today is my collection of Archangel stocks. I'll start with this one. Like I was telling you, this is my Remington 597. Or they call it the AA 597. This here is my Socom18. Here's a video for the Socom18 if you want to just see what it used to be before the Archangel stock and see a little more about the gun itself. And this here is my Mosin Nagant, which is a 1939 version pre-war rifle, or I guess 39 I think is when the war started. Anyways, this is a really cool way to take a rifle that is 80 years old and make it look like something, you know, a modern company would put out. I'll tell you the nice thing about the Mosin Nagant stock is you have this rubber padding on the butt of the gun, which will save your shoulder a lot of pain and purple coloring as you shoot those 7.62 by 54R rounds, because they pack a punch. And if you use the original stock that comes with the Mosin Nagant, it's just a steel plate on the back, and when it fires, you feel it. As far as the aesthetics of the gun, you gotta admit they're very, very cool looking stocks. They take what was an already very good gun and a pretty cool looking gun and just adds like a whole new badass sort of look to them. When you pull this out at the range, somebody goes, "Wow, what is that thing?" And you can say, "Well, it's just, you know, it's an old M14. But I threw it in the stock and look at it now. It looks like some crazy sniper rifle out of a video game or something." So, I mean, when you just see them, there's a few different colors. As you see, I got the tan for my Socom18, which is pretty cool. Black. I think there's an olive green you can get as well. They did a really good job with coming up the look for them, and then the execution of the materials, and there's some different textures on it. There's some stamping. The Archangel symbol and the name is stamped right into it. You know, so as far as the look, they've just done a really good job. I don't have any complaints. First off, the reason you're going to buy them is because you look at it and go, "Wow, that looks really cool." That's the whole point of furniture for your gun, is you just want to, the same way you'd put a body kit on your car or a spoiler or something, it adds to the look. It still is the same gun, it just looks like a new gun. The materials they use are a hard plastic polymer. They don't feel like flimsy, cheap made pieces. They are very hard, and I've used them for quite a while, and nothing at all has broke on them. Not so good. This one here is my Remington 597. You can also get the Ruger 1022, I think has this very similar stock that fits on it as well. And that just makes it so you can take your little 22 long rifle and give it an AR sort of look. It comes with this bayonet on here for some odd reason, if you think you want to look cool with a plastic knife on the end of your gun. As far as putting it together, it's pretty easy. You just basically set the barrel and the receiver down the bottom, put the top on, and then you just screw it into place, pull the two pieces together. Very, very easy to do. Extendable buttstock on it, which is nice. Big tinny rail on top, which is good to add flip-up sights like I have, because this does not come with any sights. Once you put the stock on, your front sight you have to take off, and there's nothing, so you're gonna have to buy something to put on it. That is one of the downsides of this stock. The other side, the other downside is the serial number. You can't quite see through the slot they have the opening. There's a little opening right there, and for some reason it doesn't quite match up. Other than that, I haven't had any troubles. The magazines, the stock magazines that come with the gun fit. You can get these aftermarket banana magazines that fit. And I have had very minimal feed issues. When there has been a feed issue, generally it's these magazines more than anything. So that's turned out to be pretty cool. This one here is my Socom18. This is a 7.62 by 51. This has been a really fun gun. And the good thing about this, it actually has nice ergonomics where your hand fits in there. It fits in there nice and snug. It has the adjustable cheek riser, the adjustable butt end that you can actually put up and down to where you like them. And as far as putting this in, super easy. You basically, it's the same teardown as you would with any M14 of any sort. You basically set the whole barrel and receiver down in it, and then you put your trigger up in the bottom, lock it in place, and there you go. So as far as assembly of this stock, it doesn't get much easier than that. You just basically set it in, lock it in with the trigger, and you're set. Last but not least is my newest Archangel stock I bought, and this is my Mosin Nagant 9130. And I put the bayonet on here, which I never have on there, just for one reason. Look at how tall this gun is. It's crazy. It's like 6 feet tall almost from bottom to top. And it's just, what a massive thing. You know, this was a World War II gun. This one here was actually made in Russia in 1939. And could you imagine like somebody running at you with this like 6-foot knife, you know, and Doyle rules. Anyways, I have it. You know, I have to admit, when I first got my Mosin and I had the old stock and the steel butt plate on the back of it, and I shot it a few times, I really didn't like it. It wasn't enjoyable at all. And I thought, you know, maybe the stock would make it better for me because I've had these two, and with those two guns, it got infinitely better with the new stocks. So I got this one, and it's just been awesome since. No more bruising. You get the rubber butt stock on the back. It's got the extendable cheek rest on it. Here's another great feature. Magazine, huh? The internal magazine that was in the original Mosin is just a piece of junk. It's not one of the ones you just push your cartridges down into. You actually have to kind of slide it forward and back and load it that way. And it was really annoying. So this one here, load in your 5 rounds, stick it in there, and then let it run. That being said, mine is not working perfectly. It is having a hard time releasing that cartridge up into the chamber when it's time to load. So I think there's just a little metal piece that's catching on there. You're just going to file that down a little bit, and I bet it'll work perfect. I tell you, this thing, no trouble to shoot anymore. It is just, feels like that 22. Hit that tractor tooth. Maybe not. Anyways, I do like my Mosin a lot more now. Way better gun. Jam. A lot of fun. Archangel, you make cool guns cooler. Make more.